Desperation is a word often associated with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Ever since their dramatic move to the United States, the couple have tirelessly tried to infiltrate the A-list crowds of Los Angeles by any means necessary. But their desperation was further punctuated this week when Harry's brother and heir to the throne, Prince William, made a dignified trip to America without any of the fanfare or drama that follows his brother and sister-in-law. Sky News All Stars Piers Morgan, Murray and Rita Panahi compare the wildly divergent lives of Prince Harry and Prince William. Prince William jetted into New York City this week as part of a visit to discuss climate change. Unlike his brother, Prince William kept a low profile with the media, despite crowds angling to catch a glimpse of the famous royal. Prince William's New York jaunt was starkly different to that of his brother and sister-in-laws earlier in the year, where they created a stir and accused paparazzi of pursuing them in a near-death car chase, which later was proven to be false, according to Sky News host Piers Morgan.
Interesting how it's played out, isn't it, Sarah? Because when it first broke, that story, I was at home, I was like, oh, wow, this looks really serious. What's happened here? This is memories of Diana and everything else. There's been no footage, there's been no pictures, there's been nothing. This is New York City, Upper East Side at 10 o'clock at night on a Friday or whatever it was, right? It would be rammed with people with cameras. Nothing. There's no evidence that there was anything like a 2-hour high-speed chase through Manhattan. It's not even possible. The traffic wouldn't allow it. And then they stick him in a cab, which goes round the block and then comes back. And so this goes on, all to protect them from revealing where they were staying.
The Invictus Games was Prince Harry's chance to shine, advocating for a cause he is truly passionate about. And the praise for Harry was abundant.
Let's start with Harry and Meghan at the Invictus Games. It's actually been such a great sporting event, and one where we get to see the glimpses of Harry as we knew him. It's easy to criticise Harry for a great number of things, but his commitment to the Invictus Games is beyond doubt. So much of the footage, it was excellent. They both looked at ease and very much in the spirit of the games. Rightly, the focus was on the athletes, their stories and their sporting competition.
But in true Meghan Markle style, she made the event about herself by drawing attention to her clothing and over-the-top performances.
So she really sort of got stuck in, and it's a shame that she wasn't able to do this in the royal family, but this seems to be where she really shined. She kind of threw caution to the wind and didn't really follow any kind of official dress code or protocol. I remember one of the days where she did the walk around, she was in a sort of cream blazer and shorts, which you absolutely cannot wear as an active member of the royal family. But look, that's the kind of look she went for. She looked very relaxed, she looked very happy with Harry by her side, and I think it was really interesting to see them in this way, because it looks like this is where the rebrand is really taking off.
By comparison, Princess Kate decided to avoid the attention that an international trip inevitably brings, opting to stay home to care for the children instead.
Why is Kate not with William on his trip to New York?
Why did Kate not go with him, you mean?
Yes.
Well, I think it's very, very simple and it's very human. They have 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, 10, 8 and 5. And the Waleses, as we'll call them now, have a strict rule. One of them has to be at home, if at all possible, when the children come home from school. Now, you and I have been in a very high-pressure profession all our lives, and we've spent more days away from home than we care to think about, and we've missed the school plays and we've missed the Christmas concerts, and we've done all that in the name of our profession, working in television. And of course it's a very demanding mistress, and it's the same for the prince. They've got fantastically busy schedules, but they try very, very hard wherever possible to have one of them at least at home, and that's a good idea. We don't like the idea of latchkey kids for ordinary families, and it's good to think that at Adelaide Cottage, where they live in Windsor Great Park, the same rule applies. So I think that's to be commended. He has gone to New York
Whilst in New York, Prince William met with firemen and first responders to pay a debt of gratitude for the work they do each day.
Prince William has visited a firehouse in New York near the 9/11 memorial. The Prince met firemen and first responders to hear about their experiences. The 10-house fire station nearly destroyed in the attacks, while 5 members lost their lives. Prince William is in New York for a 2-day visit for his Earthshot Prize Innovation Summit.
Meanwhile, Meghan and Harry were searching for their next gig to keep them relevant, says Sky News All-Star Rita Panahi.
Well, there are reports also that she may emulate the Kardashians. Meghan may become an Instagram influencer. She's already tried to emulate them, I guess, with that documentary series for Netflix, that god-awful boring thing that really was a reality series. It was just a boring one. Can you see that in her future, where she becomes an influencer who gets a fee per post, or has some sort of a website like a Gwyneth Paltrow, a lifestyle type of website? Because the Netflix and Spotify deals don't seem to be working out. The content just isn't there to justify those deals continuing.
No, I absolutely think you're right. And Meghan needs some of that Kardashian celebrity, some of that shine, which is why I'm predicting right here and right now to you and only you that a Kim Kardashian, Meghan Markle collaboration is on the horizon. Recent polling says Meghan is at her lowest in the States, -2. She's never been that low in America. I think people think she's vapid. And, we are still seeing Harry pursue charity and philanthropy while Meghan is grinding and bumping to Beyonce. So I do think that she's going to pursue that celebrity lifestyle. And how easy is it to send a tweet? Obviously, her work ethic is lacking. From what Spotify specifically told us, it's easy to send a tweet and get $5,000 for saying you like a lip gloss.
Well, yeah, that would be a lot simpler than coming up with content for a podcast.
And while Meghan rubs shoulders with Hollywood's elites, Princess Kate has stepped up to be the face of the royal family, says Sky News contributor Esther Kraku.
Look, we've spoken before about how Kate is growing into her senior royal role and the sense of duty that accompanies it. It hasn't gone unnoticed, has it?
It definitely hasn't. Princess Catherine has effectively become the main ambassador for the royal family. One of the things that has made the royal family so durable over the years is their ability to adapt and to understand the times that they're in, and to really take sort of social cues from the environment. And, nobody embodies this better than Princess Kate. There are reports that she actually had a hand in the family's strategy and dealing with, the Sussexes after their Oprah interview aired. And she was allegedly the one that added the line, recollections may vary, which is a very subtle hint that the public shouldn't believe everything or take at face value everything that the Sussexes claimed in that Oprah interview. But Princess Catherine has championed, causes like early years and addiction, and she's really been a face of the royal family in a way that people have compared her to the Queen, because she really has understood how to be an ambassador without being tacky or crass or making it about herself. She really understands the institution and the sense of duty and service that you have to be a working royal, especially someone with the status that she does. And people are looking forward to her and her husband eventually becoming king and queen of this country.
It's therefore no surprise that William and Kate have decided to further distance themselves from Harry and Meghan.
It was Prince Harry's birthday on Friday. In fact, he and I are born about 3 weeks apart. We know he went to a restaurant in Dusseldorf on his birthday, and we have the pictures to prove it. But this year, the palace didn't acknowledge his birthday for the first time. Is that right?
So that's right. The policy changed last year after the Queen died and the King ascended the throne. The policy now is that they do birthday tributes to working royals, so it's not a surprise, but I guess it's just one of those official reminders that, again, he's totally out of the fold.
Sky News royal commentator Kinsey Schofield agrees, saying Harry and Meghan are toxic.
I think these are headlines that Meghan is instigating because she's trying to fight back conversations that you and I have personally had about Hollywood distancing themselves from Harry and Meghan because they are toxic and they are troublemakers.